All right, questions for Jayson?
Jayson, again, you were eerily confident after Game 6, just like you were in Milwaukee after Game 5. Why? What happened? And what's it like to reach this pinnacle, to get over this hump that you've not been able to get over the last few years?
I don't know. I just feel like if you ask the question, how confident are you? I just feel like as a competitor, it's only one way to answer that question. Not trying to be arrogant or anything, but I just really believe in myself. I really believe in our team. And, it's the biggest game of the season of my career. And I just had faith that we were going to give it all we had, regardless of the outcome. But it feels great, honestly. Some of those guys been in the Eastern Conference Finals 4 times, my 3rd time. And obviously we know we want to win a championship, right? But, to get over this hump in the fashion that we did it, obviously we took the toughest route possible. And then to win a Game 7 to go to the championship on the road, it's special.
When they kept coming at you guys throughout the game and you're able to hang on and pull it out at the end?
Yeah, losing my first year and losing to these guys in the bubble. I think going through those tough times, helped us grow, helped us learn, and once we get in that situation again, we respond differently, and I think that's what it was today. We would get up a big lead, and they're a great team, great, well coached, and they would come back. But we kept responding, and we kept the lead and kept making winning basketball plays. Everybody, and it was big. It really was.
And you guys have been through a lot. Like you said, Jaylen and Marcus have been to 4 conference finals. You've been to 3. In this playoffs, you guys beat the 3 teams that have beat you the last 3 years in the playoffs and ended your season. Do you think sort of those collective experiences over the past few seasons all kind of helped you guys get to where you are now?
Yeah, I truly do. And in the moment when you lose those series, obviously, it hurts and it's tough, but you never forget it. And I think, that's what we all have in common, that we all been through those tough times, and we remember how that felt. And, we didn't want to have that feeling again, leaving here tonight. So, we left it all on the floor, and obviously, we got it done.
You're the first player, obviously, to win that Larry Bird trophy, named after a guy whose records you've broken and continue to chase. How does it feel to have won that trophy, and just the fact that it's named after a Celtic great that you're trying to live up to?
It's an honor. It still doesn't even seem real right now. I'm just extremely happy and grateful, for all of this. And, regardless of how long I've been in the league, I'm not too far removed from, when I was in high school and when I was dreaming about moments like this. So, I still feel like a kid at sometimes, that I'm really, truly living out my dream. I thank God every day just to be in this position, to be able to do that. So to be the first person to win this award, obviously after, Larry Bird, still hasn't sunken in yet. But, I'm going to take it home and, show Deuce tomorrow and enjoy it.
Hey, Jayson, you also wore the Kobe armband today. What went into your thinking to wear that in this game in particular?
obviously that was my idol. That was my, inspiration. That was my favorite player. The shoes I wore, I've been wearing the last couple of games, were, dedicated to him. I just today, before I took my nap, I do it sometimes. I was watching, some film, and some moments from him in his career. This biggest game of my career thus far. And, I wanted to wear that armband to honor him and, kind of share that moment in a way.
Jayson, I know at times you've mentioned or you've addressed the topic, but now that you're in the finals, what gave you the faith in this team at 18 and 21? And what were the things that led you to believe that this was possible?
It was tough. Truly, there were definitely some tough moments throughout the season where, not doubt yourself, but maybe question, right? Question, can we do it? You start to realize how hard it is to win. You start to question yourself, are you good enough to be that guy? But, I think you just trusting yourself, trusting the work that you put in to get to this point and continue to work. It can't rain forever. Good days was coming. And, I felt that we were, whatever it was, one step away from clicking, throughout the season. And, obviously once we did, we haven't looked back.
Yeah, Jayson, was there a moment that you remember that things started to shift?
The toughest moment for me was blowing that 25-point lead in New York. And then RJ Barrett hit the game-winning shot over me. That was the lowest moment for me. But I think shortly after that, things started to turn around.
I talked to Marcus and he mentioned the outside people thinking there was turmoil amongst you guys. How was that and those early moments able to bring you together to do this? And how close are you because of that?
Yeah, I think all of those things have helped, from saying that we need to split the group up or get rid of, somebody, or me and JB can't play together. That fueled us to figure it out and, not run from it. That, we are obviously going to be here for a while and that we trust in each other and that we had to be better. So, yeah, I think instead of separating, we became closer. And I think it has shown, throughout the season.
Jayson, obviously this is a big accomplishment for all of you guys, especially after, missing on a few times. But you're now playing a team that's kind of been there and done that. How do you make sure, especially like as a leader, that you guys aren't satisfied with this and that bigger goal is in front of you, but that, you're going to go and get it still?
Yeah, I think, this wasn't the goal all season, right? This was just a step in getting where we want to get to. Obviously, this is a big accomplishment. We haven't been in a championship yet, and I think, I think it's all right to be proud of ourselves today and enjoy this. We're not satisfied. We know we still got a long way to go, but I think it's all right to enjoy this tonight and be happy. Because it's hard. It's not easy. Clearly, it's my first time getting a championship. It is not easy. And we know we have a tough task ahead. They've been there many of times. They've won many of times. So I'm looking forward to it.
You were talking about questioning yourself and then having to trust in yourself and push through. Especially in this game, this was the night where crunch time, you start hitting those shots, you start finding ways to get through their defense after struggling through that for even just the last few series. How big of just like a breakthrough moment was that for you to make the finals by being able to finally just solve whatever they throw at you?
Yeah, I think in those moments, right, you don't want to leave and feel like you could have done something more. So I think, I came in with the mindset today that, I was willing to do anything it took to win this game. However that looked. We all talked about it. But I know, especially for me, I came into the game, only thing that mattered was winning. Y'all wasn't gonna talk about how many points I had or how many shots I missed if we lost. It's all about, did you get it done or not? And I knew that coming in today, and the group knew that. So I think just, coming in here and getting it done was big.
We keep asking about the turnaround and those points where things turned around, but how close was this team to not turning it around? How close was it to just actually giving in to all of the stuff that was happening and not getting to that point where you said, all right, we're going to do something?
Honestly, I don't, I never felt that. I know what a good group, essentially, feels like, right? And I felt that all along. And everybody believed. And I think that's half the battle. Everybody believing and wanting it to, for the right reasons. It was just a matter of time, honestly.